welcome to the 71st installment of Tell Em Alejandro, your number one place for sports, cars, video games, fitness. If you're a man, you're here. Mr. Alejandro, but tell him.
What you about to tell him, Alejandro?
I'm about to tell you about my 2014 NBA Finals predictions.
Tell him, Alejandro.
TEA drinkers, it is NBA Finals time. Before we go to the NBA Finals, let's finish off where we started, the conference finals. I had predicted that the Miami Heat would defeat the Indiana Pacers in 6 games. That is exactly what happened. But I want to give a big shout out to my mans, Brooklyn's finest, Lance Stephenson. He put on a show for me and all of you guys, especially in Game 6, with the mouth touching of LeBron James, the annoying fouls he was pulling off, the dirtiness he was playing with. He is the next Dennis Rodman. He's the next Ron Artest. He's crazy, and let's face it, y'all have been watching me for 70 episodes. So by episode 71, y'all know I'm a little bit crazy too. I love me some Lance Stephenson. He's about to be a free agent. And listen, Lance, listen. You are very, very welcome to come play for the Brooklyn Nets or the New York Knicks if you are searching for a team, because it sounds like the Indiana Pacers are not interested in bringing him back. They were talking about, he brought down team morale. His craziness made us think, he's a problem for the team. I like Lance Stephenson. I would play with him on my team. That's just my opinion. But like I said before, the Heat beat the Pacers in 6, just as I predicted. Let's go to the Western Conference. Didn't go as I planned. I picked OKC to win that series in 6 games. But they were energized by the resurgence of Serge Ibaka in games 3 and 4. But unfortunately, my OKC Thunder were not able to pull through. It was painful for me to watch them lose game 6. I was tweeting hard. I was Instagramming hard, Facebooking, social mediaing it up. I saw my man Russell Westbrook going hard in game 6. Extremely hard. Listen, Tony Parker, bum. He's not ready for Russell Westbrook. My point was proven there. But the big picture is my team did lose. Parker is getting the last laugh. Unfortunately, I did notice, in my opinion, a lot of people saying otherwise. I felt like Westbrook was the MVP of Game 6 for the Thunder. I didn't feel like Durant stepped up in the fourth quarter and stepped up in overtime. Some people are saying he was calling for the ball. Honestly, I don't feel like his brain was there mentally. I don't feel like he was living up to the moment. All season, I saw my man's KD for MVP put on a show. He went 1v1 with LeBron a few times. All-Star game, he did his thing, but I didn't feel like he showed up when his team needed him most. I feel like Westbrook was that dude. Shout out to my man Russell Westbrook. I still believe in KD. I expect big things next season. But hey, eat some burgers, son. You got to get big and strong like Mr. Alejandro. But you too skinny, straight up. But let's go to the NBA Finals, please. It is a rematch of the 2013 NBA Finals. The San Antonio Spurs versus the Miami Heat. For me personally, I think this is going to be the most competitive series possible for the NBA Finals. And also, I do think this is going to be an extremely boring series. The Spurs are an extremely boring team to watch. Mad boring. They're slow. They're old. They're geezers. They move slow. They don't dunk. They don't jump. No athleticism. They're just smart. And they move the ball nicely. But at times, that can be very boring to watch. Nobody has personality. Nobody has swag. Nobody's screaming or cursing or doing anything to upset me. It's just boring. Now, whether the Spurs are interesting or not, they almost won the NBA Finals last year versus the Heat. If you can recall, we all remember the moment. 12 seconds left. Miami Heat down 3 points. Down 3 games to 2. In Florida, LeBron James with no headband. Shoots a 3-pointer. Misses. Chris Bosh. Rebound. Kicks out to the corner. Ray Allen for 3. Bang! Tie game. Overtime. It's history. Miami ends up winning Game 6. And of course, Game 7. Nobody's coming back after that devastating Game 6 loss. And it was set in stone. So now that kind of makes this matchup this year a little bit more sexier, because now we want to see if the Spurs will get revenge. Who doesn't like to go get revenge? And the Spurs have said that has motivated them to get to this point. Let's see if they step up to the plate like Mr. Alejandro and hit a home run. Game 1 was played. The Spurs won Game 1 110-95 in a very controversial fashion because, like I said before, the Spurs are so boring. Everyone is only talking about how the Spurs building, the AT&T Center, has no air conditioner. All we're talking about is how it was 90 degrees in the AT&T Center and how the players were mad hot, dehydrating, and a certain someone ended up cramping up. I will get to it at the end of the episode. First, let's start off with the Spurs notables. Everybody, TEA drinkers, Charles Barkley.
Charles Barkley.
Get ready, Ginobili! Manu Ginobili played a very good game. it was nice to see him play well because in 2013 in the finals, he played extremely bad. I thought it was time for him to get up out of here and retire. But he came back. He played good all season. Now he's bowling. 32 minutes, 16 points, 5 rebounds, 11 assists, 3 steals, 1 block. Those are some good numbers. 5 of 10 shooting, 3 for 6 from the three-point line, 3 for 3 from the free throw line. Manu Ginobili, keep doing your thing, keep Euro stepping, and I will continue to scream out your last name. Next up, I like to say this person's name. It always reminds me of that South Park character, Tim Duncan. Put in some work in 33 minutes played, 21 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, 9 of 10 shooting, 3 for 4 from the free throw line. He did have a double. Shout out to Timmy, his old behind. Next up, Tony Parker. Tony Parker entered this series with an injury, and he showed it's not bothering him. He seems to be pretty healthy to me. 36 minutes played, 19 points, 8 assists, 1 steal, 8 of 15 shooting, 2 for 2 from the three-point line, 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Tony Parker, shout out to you. You seem to be pretty healthy, and that's going to be problematic for the Miami Heat. Next up, Kawhi Leonard. For me, Kawhi, I think he underperformed, and I'm expecting big things from Kawhi. He played good in 2013. I called him one of the 3 LeBron stoppers, and I don't feel like he was a LeBron stopper this game. I feel like something else stopped LeBron this game. Kawhi played 23 minutes, 9 points. That's underwhelming. 2 rebounds, no assists on 3 of 5 shooting. 2 for 3 from the three-point line, 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Kawhi, step it up, son. Next up, Danny Green. I'm not crazy about Danny Green. During the late in the game, I should say, Danny Green ended up turning it up, but I know the real Danny Green from Long Island, New York. Danny Green is inconsistent. He can't dunk. He can't finish near the hoop. And like I said before, when the Spurs needed him big time last year, Game 6 and Game 7, Danny Green, 2 of 19 shooting, 8 points, 2 of 11 shooting from the three-point line. I don't believe in Danny Green. Danny Green, hear me out, son. Prove me wrong. I want to see you step up to the plate and make some plays this series. And I want to give a quick shout out to Boris Diaw. I feel like the Spurs utilized Boris Diaw very good. 33 minutes played, only 2 points, but he did have 10 rebounds and 6 assists. Boris Diaw puts in work. He's a fat boy, but he likes to post up, and he passes pretty good, and he's mad smart. I respect his awareness, his IQ of the game of basketball. It's nice to see players playing like that, especially old guys like that, old Frenchmen. Now, let's go to the Miami Heat. Chris Bosh, I feel like he put in a lot of work for the Heat. My man's Bizzle, and he had one of the more entertaining parts of this game because the game was basically boring till the end. Bosh had like 2 or 3 dunks, so shout out to my man Bizzle. 33 minutes played, 18 points, 9 rebounds, 1 assist. Shout out to Bizzle. Let's go up next to Dwyane Wade. 33 minutes played, 19 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Towards late in the game, Wade was like I started to get tired. He could not breathe because of the lack of the AC. He was dehydrated, and it showed now. The big finale. LeBron James. I cannot believe this is about to go down. This is historic, a big historic moment for TEA. A lot of people have been criticizing and bashing LeBron James because the Miami Heat were winning the game late in the fourth quarter, about 7 minutes remaining. LeBron James began to cramp up his left leg, and he asked to exit out of the game. A lot of people are saying he's soft. They're saying he should have completed the game. He tried to come back to the game. He made a layup, and he could not go. He asked to get taken out of the game again. He ended up getting carried off the court. Twitter is going crazy, bashing him. Everybody and their mama is talking bad about LeBron James. Here's the historic moment. Me, Mr. Anti-LeBron, somebody who's not a fan of the Miami Heat, is coming to the defense of LeBron James. Listen, people, stop being silly. Listen, if you have a cramp in your leg, you cannot play. I'm sorry. Especially, I've seen a lot of women criticizing LeBron James. Come on, women. You guys should know about cramps. Even the great Michael Jordan at one point was cramping up during a playoff game, and he asked to get taken out of the game. Of course, he eventually came back in the game and was able to finish the game, but he had cramps in his stomach. This man, LeBron, has cramps in his leg. If you have cramps in your leg, you cannot move. I don't blame LeBron James for asking out of the game. People are saying don't make excuses for him. Hello? That's like somebody that's blind in a classroom and the teacher says, read the chalkboard. How are they going to do that? You're asking him to do the impossible. I'm not mad at LeBron James for asking out of the game. This is probably going to be the last time ever that I come to this man's defense. Stop it. The man played good, and if he would have remained healthy and not cramped up, who knows how game 1 would have ended. The man had 25 points in 33 minutes, 6 rebounds, 3 assists on 9 of 17 shooting. LeBron, I'm not mad at you for asking out, for cramping out. It is what it is. Next time, though, You know what I'm saying? Drink some Gatorade or do something. Don't cramp up. Oh. Speaking of Gatorade actually criticized LeBron James, saying that he's not one of the Gatorade athletes. Let me tell you something, Gatorade. LeBron James was drinking Gatorade during the game. He actually cramped up drinking your fluid. So I really don't know what you're talking about. All the LeBron haters, me included, this is not a moment to get on LeBron. A moment to get on LeBron is when Jimmy Butler was fighting him. Remember I covered that? That was fun. That was entertaining. That's a moment to get on LeBron. What about when Lance Stephenson was bugging LeBron? That's the moment to get on LeBron. Not when he's injured or he's cramping up. That's not the time. And it's actually influenced my thinking into this series. Going into this series, I felt like the Heat would beat the Spurs in probably 6 or 7 games. I was rooting for the dry and unexciting San Antonio Spurs to defeat the Miami Heat. And now I'm kind of rooting for the Heat to win this series. Everybody rooting against LeBron because of the whole cramp up. It's upset me. I don't see anyone defeating LeBron James 4 times before he can beat you 4 times. It's really that simple. He's the best player in the league, and I got to see it to believe it. I'm rooting for the Spurs because I don't want to see the Heat do good, but I just don't see anybody beating LeBron, especially with Dwyane Wade playing as good as he's playing, in my opinion. I feel like his knees are healthy, and I've been on the record saying when Wade is healthy, it's a wrap. The Heat are basically unbeatable. So please, everybody, watch the NBA Finals and try to find a way to enjoy the NBA Finals because, we got to deal with the boring Spurs, their boring chants. Do you hear their chants? Go, Spurs, go. It's going to be extremely boring. Come to Twitter. Come tweet with me. We got to find entertaining ways to watch the NBA Finals and enjoy it. Root against LeBron all you want. Don't get on LeBron for cramping up. It's not his fault. There was no air conditioner. There you have it, folks. Mr. Alejandro's quick recap of the conference finals, as well as my NBA Finals predictions. This isn't the matchup that I wanted, but hey, it is what it is. It's the last bit of basketball that we're going to get until probably, October, November. So I'm going to watch the series. I'm going to try and enjoy it. I hope y'all do too. Can the Spurs find a way to defeat LeBron James and the Miami Heat and put a damper on LeBron James' legacy? Will LeBron James get the three-peat that he so badly wants, since we all know he's trying to chase the great Michael Jordan? You know what you gotta do. Tell him in the comments. Tonight's purple and green bow tie is brought to you by my shouty, Countess Mara. Check it out. It's hard. Tune in for more sports, cars, video games, fitness, and all that. Follow at Em Alejandro to hear my immediate reaction to live sports events. Or if you want to hear me cover a certain team or topic, tell them. Outro music. Hey, Game 2, let's face it. I think the Miami Heat are going to win Game 2. After all the criticism that we've given LeBron James, or should I say y'all, LeBron is going to come to Game 2 fully hydrated, fully stretched out. He's been doing his yoga, and he's going to come to Game 2 like a boss. Spurs, y'all better be ready. I picked the Heat to win this series in 6 or 7 games. Spurs, give me a show. Don't be so boring. Y'all prevented Lance Stephenson from coming to the NBA Finals. The Heat actually prevented him, but it don't matter. The Spurs prevented my man Westbrook from being here in the Finals. I want some entertainment. Spurs, don't be boring. In the meantime, let's get it, drinkers. Let's get it. T-E-A. 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 Woo! T-E-A. A. NBA Finals. NBA Finals. You got to tell him, Alejandro, tell him about the NBA Finals.